Alright, so quickly, I want to show you in maybe 5 minutes or so, just a short video, a concept that I've not seen taught in schools, secondary school especially, but I think is necessary. Alright, now if you look at a question like this, we're asked to resolve 2 raised to power 3, which we are used to, which you should know what it means. Alright, times 2 also raised to power 3, but you can see that the 3 is on the left hand side, not here. Now, this is different from this. They are not the same thing. This is our normal exponentation, which we know. Okay, this is normal exponents, which we know. But this is a concept called tetration. And that's just what I want to introduce to you briefly. Maybe when you go further, you will study more about it. But then we know that exponentation means repeated multiplication. Repeated multiplication. What does this mean? For example, 2 raised to power 3 means 2 times 2 times 2. You repeat the multiplication of 2 by itself 3 times. That's what 2 raised to power 3 means, 2 exponent 3. You repeat that multiplication, 2 times 2 times 2. So you multiply 2 by itself 3 times. That's exponentation. Okay, we have basically 3 levels of this. The first level is multiplication. Multiplication is repeated addition. The last video I posted, I talked about this somewhere where you had something like 2 times 2 times 2, which is the same thing as 2 plus 2 plus 2 is the same thing as 2 times 3. You can clearly see here that 2 plus 2 plus 2 is the same thing as 2 multiplying itself 3 times. So addition is repeated multiplication. Alright, addition just means you are repeating multiplication of something. Now exponentation is multiplication is repeated addition. Sorry for that. Multiplication is repeated addition. Alright, so instead of saying 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, you just say 2 times 4. So multiplication is repeated addition. Then the next stage is exponentation, which is repeated multiplication. So 2 raised to power 3 is just 2 times 2 times 2. Okay, you multiply 2 by itself 3 times. That's exponentation. Repeated multiplication. That's stage 2. Alright, stage 1 is multiplication, remember. And multiplication is repeated addition. Stage 2 is exponentation, which is repeated multiplication. You know this already. Now, stage 3 is tetration, and is written, the power is written to the left hand side of the number. Now, tetration is repeated exponentation. Okay, tetration means repeated exponentation. So it's a step higher than this. And what this basically means is that we are saying, remember, repeated exponentation. So this is 2 being exponented to the third power, being tetrated to the third power, sorry. So this is going to be times, that's this one, 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 2. This is what tetration means. You repeat the exponentation. I don't know how you get it. So 2 tetration 3 means 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 2. 1, 2, 3. Alright? If it was, for instance, 4 tetration 3, this would be 4 raised to power 4 raised to power 4. That's 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, yes. Okay? If it was 4 tetration 3, it would be 4 raised to power 4 raised to power 4. If it was 5 tetration 5, that would be 5 raised to power 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is just what tetration means. You keep applying exponentation the number of times you have it here. Alright, so this is just the idea, this is the concept. I believe you'll do more about it in probably university, but it won't make sense that you've never heard of it before. Alright, so just remember that tetration is repeated exponentiation. You can write that down somewhere. So if you see something like this, it means 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 2. You just need three twos. You need 2 3 times raised to each power. All right. So we'll be able to break this down into this and break this down into this. Then what you need to understand is that when you're resolving tetration, you resolve it downwards. All right. You resolve it from up to down. So this will give you 2 times 2 times 2 is 8 times. Now here I said we resolve it downwards. So the first thing we have is obviously 2 raised to power 1 is 2. Then 2 raised to power 2 is the first thing we do. 2 raised to power 2 is 4, right? So this will now be, this base 2 is still here. 2 raised to power 2 is 4. And the next step, 8 times. Now this is just 2 raised to power 4. Now this tetration has reduced to a normal exponentiation. Now 2 raised to power 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, which is 16. So therefore our final answer is 8 times 16, which should give you, let's check because I'm not doing a calculator here. This is 48, 8, 12, 128. That's our answer. Alright, so that is the simple way you resolve this. I know you may not have seen this before, that's why I'm introducing it to you. We're not going to go deep into it, alright, because I believe it's something you will see in your university, but you should have an idea of it. So in case you see it in a question, you will not be confused. This is not wrong. This is tetration. It's the next step after exponentiation. Alright, so you can try something like this, try questions on it. Just remember repeated exponentiation and then you solve from top to down.